James, clear your timer, quick! We have our two runners here. ClassicJames and BrashVolksdragon. With our squad of people, Brush and Jams. Of course, we only ever get to see Brush and Jam. One day, if the talks of Kraken percent ever another thing in favor for Kraken percent. James, your timer. Oh man, what a game. Oh man, it's the Earthbound classic. No worries, Lorenzo. So, we won't continue the pretense like this is the first race. No. Okay, so basically, right after Frankie Stein, Brash's SD to SNES. God, that's a lot of letters to say that are difficult. Basically crashed, and you know when that crashes, the game goes bye. And so the runners have graciously opted to re-race for us, as opposed to one just taking a loss and proceeding on with that. So I'm assuming I don't know what the talks with the succeeding race went like. I don't know if they rescheduled / pushed it back, but we are going to focus on this race right here, right now. ClassicJames, BrashVolksdragon, beginning the ascent to Porky here on the first pass hill. Boogey percent series tournament 2021. Here we go. First match of week 4. The other one didn't even matter. It was just a warm-up. I bet James feeling pretty fired up right now. Same with Brash. Have a whole warm-up session right before this. Oh, we had a gold. That's actually hilarious. You get that extra little text box in live split that's like, hey, wait, update your splits. Like, just update them anyways. Why do you have to ask me every time? I guess in case you make like a stupid gold by splitting by accident. You don't want to accidentally save over. I get it. The fail safes are in place. All right, nothing too flashy to talk about in Nessa's house, of course. We're just doing some cutscenes, text boxes, talking to Porky, up the stairs, down the stairs, getting winded here. The local ruffians. I love the language in this game. All right, I believe if they both did what they did last time, they both got the bat on the first pass, so, and which would make sense because they're both still lined up. So now we will get to the first bout of RNG, the beginning hill climb, secondary hill climb. Ooh, Brash deciding to be a behind the couch gamer this time. Left and reborn as a behind the couch gamer, so we are seeing both runners being pretty neck and neck still on screen. Nice. Ooh, there's a bit of a rough crow spawn there for James. It does manage to get a black swirl on the crow as opposed to the red swirl from the dog, though, which is pretty lucky for him. But definitely really unfortunate spawn plate for him, having 3 there in all of those positions. There's really not much you can do there. You're hoping to run away from the dog and not have to run into anything else. Brash getting kind of trolled by a dog here as James finishes off the crow fight will give James a chance to catch up here, but there is another dog spawn. James is just giga-pincered right now as Brash has to try and stutter. Will just barely get away from it. James is going to have to take a dog fight here. Had to go ahead and life up after the pro fight, I believe. Ooh. Just barely makes it out with a smash from Ness. Both of our runners are having some rough hill fights here. Everyone's getting pincered now. James, realizing that crow will most likely be stuck, decides he can move on there. I bet Brash wishes he had those butterflies he saw earlier now. James having to do a lot of work to climb this hill. Brash makes it up to the top. James not too far behind. They're both pretty much equal again. Even though James took 2 encounters, Brash took 1. Brash had a few more unlucky despawns he had to deal with. So they're both pretty much neck and neck again. We will probably see some divergence at Starman Jr. It's very rare to see Starman treat both runners exactly the same. Scroll through Buzz text here. My dude has an entire novel of stuff to tell us. Brash be getting the descent to Starman right now. And James will be following right behind. And they enter Starman at pretty much the same time, so. Buzz, we give you the wheel. Which runner will you bestow your blessing on today? All right, Brash's Buzz will go first. We'll see how he does. He does get a fire. Both runners will get a fire. 91 from Brash. That's pretty good. That is definitely a double digit. A 107 for James, definitely better. Both runners are in line for a 2-turn. If Buzz can do a high triple digit for Brash, that will seal it for him. Or if Ness crits or something like that. Brash gets another PK fire. So does James. Pretty even still. They're pretty much doing the exact same thing. There's a nice crit for Brash from Buzz. And wow, I eat my words. It is very rare, but Buzz treated both our runners equally fair. Equally fair. They're literally at the same text box. It's kind of crazy. Ignore the timers. Ignore the timers. James started his timer late due to a technical difficulty. We've had a couple of... It's been the day of technical difficulties. I think the sun maybe passed through... Wow, I can't talk either. See? Something's wrong. Something's just wrong. Planets are aligned. We'll get a simultaneous squash of Buzz here. Bam, bam! It's a dung beetle. Ooh, topside. We did see Lardna go down for Brash, so he saw the chance and took it topside Buzz here. She won't always do that. Many directions she can walk, and down is typically not one of them. See how Onet treats the runners this time. Ooh, cheeky dog hiding behind the tree. Nice movement from Brash to get it stuck there. Perhaps he saw it. Has to get a couple things stuck, but luckily they were in pretty good spots to get stuck. Gonna have to stutter this snake a little bit, but will manage to get it stuck on the tree as well. Whereas James does not have to lift a finger to dodge any encounters on his way. Oh, Crow comes flying out of nowhere trying to take Brash out there from the left. That dude had it out for him, but manages to get past it. Definitely the game of high encounters so far. Interesting. Brash buys a yo-yo here as opposed to... He withdrew all of his money and buys the yo-yo as opposed to the T-ball bat. I'll admit I'm not knowledgeable in the game enough to know what kind of benefit that is over the T-ball bat. Brash just consistently opting. He may not know about that despawn, or he just chooses not to go that way. Often has to do with despawning these sharks the normal way though, or just getting them stuck on stuff. That red aim is Did you get a red swirl somewhere? I actually didn't see. Or perhaps you were talking about the yo-yo purchase. James moving on past the second pogo guy right now, as Brash begins the second pogo guy. 43 HP, should be able to get through there pretty easily. Nice, we get 2 misses from the pogo guy. Ooh, yes, okay, so that's the trade-off here. We're gonna be seeing a lot of more misses from Ness, probably. It seems to be a little weaker than the bat as well. Perhaps that's just me, though. I was seeing 9s and 10s. That was the second pogo guy, too, right? Yeah. Ooh. Brash gets met by a bunch of sharks and gets jumped right outside the arcade. James making it through Frankie. Brash will take a death on the sharks that jumped him outside of the video arcade. Perhaps he realized having the yo-yo would not be enough to get through Frankie. So he tried to maybe go back for the bat as well, if I had to guess. And then got the unfortunate spawns outside of the arcade. Nice crit from Ness on Frankenstein Mark II. It will be enough to finish it off. James will move past the Frankie gauntlet here. Yes, okay, so it was an unfortunate mistake on Brash's end to buy the yo-yo there. We've definitely been there. We've definitely menued too far. Or we've bought the whatever the top bat. I actually don't even remember what the top bat's called. Whatever's not the T-ball bat. Cracked bat. Oh, it's just another cracked bat. Okay, interesting. Why do they sell cracked bats? What a horrible store. Jeez, Brash getting absolutely hammered by the Onet spawns there. 2 dogs and a snake. Like, you cannot do much there. James moving on to Mayor Perkle. Grabbing that key to the shack. Opting to go with the behind the couch movement. I assume because the gentleman right there decided to move forward. He might always go behind the couch. I actually do not know. Can't remember. All right, Brash returning second pass drugstore here to buy the correct bat this time. Get rid of that yo-yo. I don't want to ever see it again, he says. It has brought me just pain and torture. We've got the T-ball bat now. 46 HP. Should be good to go into the first Shark Wexo. Chancing the non-despawn plate again. There are a lot of sharks outside the arcade. He has already killed the first shark. I believe he killed the second shark too, so he just needs to get it in the arcade and get the Yes Man Jr. here. We'll manage to get that guy stuck on a tree and move around him. And he will begin the Frankie Gauntlet, starting again with the Yes Man Jr. A little bit of damage to him. I believe he should still have the bread roll. I can't remember if he used it on the first pass of the sharks. He does not. He's going to choose to life up. Or maybe he does, but I'm not quite sure. He went ahead and lifed up anyways before Frankie. James burgered up and ready to go to Giant Step here. Brash having a bit of a rough Frankie here. Ness missing, of course, is definitely one of the most unfortunate things. It's a whole turn of not getting damage on Frankie. 19 from Ness, though. Very strong. Should be able to get him tame here pretty soon. Yep. There it is. James moving on to his first slug pack in Giant Step. Will be 4 for James right after this. Frankie Stein Mark 2 for Brash. Good hit from Ness, 21. Using his final life up on the Terran turn. Very good resource management there. Should be able to just bash this out. Nice. Good hits from Ness as well. Second slug pack for James. That'll put him at 8. As Brash continues to Mayor Perkle to grab that key to the shack. And he too will be joining James at Giant Step. James seeming to be having a rough time on these slugs. Ness maybe doing some low hits. We'll have to do a, oh boy, the yawns. We'll have to do an out of combat life up before the next pack. Nice movement there from James to grab all those slugs. Good despawning. Third pack for him will put him at 12 slugs out of the 24 required. He will be halfway to level 8 now. I'm sorry, 22, right? It is 22. Let's not spread misinformation to all the runners out there. It's 22 slugs. Or no, it is. I can't remember. It's 26? No, wait. No. It's 22. 24? I literally can't remember. 22. It's 22 because you get 4-pack and then 6 on the top. I literally just can't do math. My brain is like melting. Nobody make fun of me. It's not allowed. James finishing off what I believe was his 4th pack, though, unless he... I believe that was his 4th. Brash getting a very nice early 1st pack for his first 4. I imagine that was, even if I wasn't counting... Oh, James getting a very fast 6-pack. Incredibly fast, no despawns. It's just chilling at the top of the rope there for him. Definitely going to cut down on a lot of grinding time. Ness just has to get through it, but he's got a really large health pool. Brash getting really nice slug grinds on the bottom floor here. As he's continuing on the pathway, he's getting a lot on the way to the despawn. So definitely saving some time there. Ness should just be cleaning up the last of the 6-pack for James. We'll see what the offense is like. I see an offense up by 4. Should be good enough for those single Antoid encounters. Brash doing some interesting tactics here. Got caught by a mouse, unfortunately. Ness is able to actually kill it in 1 turn, though, which is very fast. So he's at 9 right now. We'll see what he's trying to do. Maybe he got... Oh, I see. He probably got pincered by the mouse on the right side. Oh, nope. He is going up to the 2nd floor. He's, perhaps he's just brute forcing his way through this. He will be at 11 after this, which would put him in league to be at 22 around with 2 6-packs. Be at around 23. But he's getting a very unlucky RNG with the Antoid life-upping the Rowdy Ant, or the Rowdy Mouse. Rowdy Mouse also doing a lot of critting himself. Good rocking from Ness, 75 on Ant, but pretty much middle of the line there. But definitely better to have the 75 than anything lower, for sure. Another rockin' from James, we'll see, 63. You see that lower rockin' there. So, pretty average, though, for Ness. James just going to have to get lucky on his bashing out. Very big hit from Ant there. Safe burger play. Ooh, the crit! James will take a crit there, but luckily I believe he was healing. Or he had pretty high health when he did take the crit. James will have to get through a shield now. Getting very unlucky rolls on Ant when Ant's attacking. A good defense downturn will help James get back into attacking. A 2nd crit from Titanic Ant onto James. Good thing he had a lot of burgers. He's able to get it off. That is some fast menuing from James. He's out of burgers. He's just going to have to rely on Ness bashing it out. And Brash not having a very lucky time over here. Am I seeing Antoid C right now? Both of our runners are just having a hell of a time here in Giant Step, but James manages to make it through, exhausting every single one of his burgers. But finally gets to down the Ant. 2 crits for Classic James on Brash, getting a lucky butterfly in the top of Giant Step here. I'm not quite sure what his plan here is. He's still at 11, I'm pretty sure. He does get a 6-pack that will put him back at up at 17. So 1 more 6-pack. Oh, it's a 5-pack, which technically still works. It technically still works because I'm pretty sure a 6-pack puts him right at 22. So we're seeing some really unorthodox slug grinding here. James was doing it last time, and now Brash is doing it out of honor. He's doing the unorthodox slug grind of just grinding the 6-packs on top. Yes, very close from James. Definitely good menuing from him. I believe... I'm not sure if James is turboing. Maybe he is. I think he is. But definitely good menuing to get over to the burger with the double crits. Most runners would be daunted in the face of that. So I believe that puts him, what was that, one ant? That was an ant slug. I believe that puts him at 19, 20. So he could take one more 2-pack after this, and I believe he's done with this really weird half, not even like, it was like 8 slugs. Now there was, I guess he did take the 5-pack, but there's definitely a lot more ants than in his cereals this morning. Oh, he did find a slug. Maybe that was the last one of the 8-pack, but no matter. He's at level 8, so he will be able to continue on. So very nice last encounter there for him. We'll let him catch up a little bit here. Let's see if he can have a really clean walk up to Ant here. James buying a few more burgers before cops. Definitely a smart thing to do. You do not want to rely on that 1 in 8 chance. It will bite you in the booty. Brash, I don't think he checked his, I don't remember him checking his offense, but maybe he just knew he had, maybe he was counting. Because 3 is usually one I will check for. I will check and see if, Ness has that 24. But opting to just, smash all the ants on his way to Titanic, as opposed to trying any stutters or anything like that. Definitely a viable option. Stuttering can be faster depending on the positioning, but if the ants are in the way, and if it's like not, if you have to stutter like a wide berth around them, it's definitely faster just to stomp all over them. 76 rockin' to Titanic Ant from Brash's Nest, so definitely a nice average one there. 70, so pretty standard. Pretty standard stuff we saw from Nest for both runners here. Ooh. ClassicJames taking a lot of crushing chops, takes a mortal crushing chop at 20 health, and will take a death on cops. This will give Brash a chance to catch up. James will be able to still, because Brash has already taken a death in Onet as well, James still should be able to make it over to cops with enough time here, depending on Brash doing some really close. Ness misses. He eats a cookie. 6 HP. He's got mortal health. He's got a hope. Titanic Ant does not attack him this turn. It does not work out for him. Both of our runners will take a death to a boss. Brash headed back to Mom's house. Gonna high five with James as they both walk out of Mom's house. Unfortunate death for both of our runners here. Definitely more of a time loss for Brash, unfortunately, though, because Brash will have to walk all the way back up Giant Step with all the enemies coming after him, so he will have to continue doing all of the stuttering, all of the despawning. You do not want to be in Brash's shoes right now. Doesn't have to take the photo again, so that is a plus. It's so unfortunate that Ant was so rude to him, because he definitely had quite the chance to make a comeback here with the early Onet mishaps. And it is still possible. James did take it. James had burgers and took a death on cops, so it just goes to show you that the cops do not care if you have provisions. First cop for James. We'll see how it goes. Brash gonna be stuck there on that rat for sure. Nice quick outspeed from Ness there. We'll let him get past the first cop with 75 HP going into the second one. Very nice. Ooh, that one was chasing him down. He tried to get the iframes to get him out of there. Ooh, unfortunately takes a red swirl from the other one. A nice third round smash from Ness for James's second cop there. Definitely what you like to see. The guy just Smashes when he wants to, and never any time else. Unfortunate crushing chop. James will have to life up that one. He's not gonna risk it again. A lot of crushing chops from cop number 3 here. He has seen his brothers fall, and he is not having it. Ton of crushing chops. That's 5 in a row crushing chops for James on the cop number 3 here. Brash, really nice stutter here in the top floor of Giant Step. There's going to be a lot of lag on that top floor too, especially with the 4 slugs there. So definitely very, very good stutter. Empty spawn plate for Brash moving into Giant Step. Nice stutterable ant here as well, even though he can squish it. It is very nice stutterable plates here for Brash. He will make a lot of time up with the movement back to Titanic Ant here. We can just hope that he finally gets past it this time. Please, please, please do not treat our runners poorly, Ant. Maybe we'll see some stronger Rockins from Nest this go around. James moving on to Captain Strong. I didn't quite catch how much HP he got out of there with, so we'll see what position he's looking like on Strong here. 78, pretty good, and he's going to go ahead and open up with a Rockin', but he does get a submission grapple from Strong, so he'll probably have to heal that up. Oh, he's just going to go ahead and go for it. Should be okay, because the 104 Rockin', as long as it doesn't miss, that would be the only thing. Yep, and luckily, Ness is able to hit both of his Rockins. 104 was pretty strong. Yeah, definitely a close moment there. If Ness had missed, it would have meant another death on Cops for James. But Brash just now finishing Ant, and James just now finishing Cops, so the gap between the two runners is honestly still not that large. Brash is having a bit of, like, I would say about 2 to 3 minutes in between. I guess it is a lot larger than I'm talking it up to be, but PRV can ruin some people. It can go south very quickly. Did he really go into that with only 1 burger? That's crazy. He's a madman, but it worked out for him, so. Oh, nice green swirl on the Ant, getting that unlucky spawn at the very, very start of the cave. Yeah, if only that had worked for him last time. James doing the wackiest movement to Berglund. James doing some shopping. He's selling the T-ball bat. Selling the baseball cap. Because he took the death to Strong. I gotcha. Is that why? Or maybe he's... Did he even... Is he Voglering? Did he even save in the... Is he doing like some really like backhanded Vogler where he like... He sells his... This is like some of the most interesting thing I've seen. He sold all of his items to get enough money to pay Apple Kid. Shack fight Death Warp. He sold all of his items to get enough money to pay Apple Kid, and now I assume he's gonna go buy. Now I assume he's gonna go make the save at the bus station, right? This is crazy. This is crazy! What is he doing? He didn't save in the department store, right? I'm not... I don't even know what that means. Wait, so like, wait. So... No way. You save it happy, and then... But like, why would you even Death Warp at that point, right? Why would you even have to die? He's putting on a show right now, that's for sure. Oh! Oh, interesting. Interesting. I did that in my race, but not intentionally. I just died at Shack Fight. Well, I'm not sure. So that's slower, right? I mean, I've never seen anyone do it legitimately, so. Brash taking a death on cops here, unfortunately. Gonna go ahead and skip the heal from Mom. I didn't see what his burger situation was like, but it seems he is not gonna go ahead and buy anymore. He's just gonna go ahead and throw it all the way down, get back into that fight. He's definitely having a very unlucky Onet right now. Starting up cops again for Brash. James having to do a lot of despawns in Sprout Cave. They're just not letting him go. That first plate is populated. Crushing Chop, number 1. No psychic points for Brash on cops here. Does he have burgers? What's the plan here, Brash? I respect the attempt, but it's very difficult to get through cops with no healing. Ah, he's got 1 cookie. My bad. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that. He's got some healing. Rash taking another death, unfortunately, on cops. We'll have to go ahead and move back out of Mom's house again. James getting pincered, perhaps, here in PRV. It does manage to despawn that first plate. Perhaps Brash is out of money and is trying to get some more. Seems like he ran into that dog. Just gonna go ahead and throw it back down at Strong, it seems. Did not choose to go for any butterflies or burgers. He may have... Oh, no. I saw his inventory. Wait a second. He has no healing. I'm not quite sure what he's up to. It's very unlikely you're going to make it through 4 cops and Strong with 0 healing. They would have to miss a lot. And Ness would have to crit outspeed a lot of them. Crushing Chop opens up from Ness, or from the cop on Ness here. Just getting worked over by the Crushing Chops. Will go ahead and eat the cookie. Just gonna go ahead and seal the deal with a crit Crushing Chop. Brash taking another death on cops here. That was definitely one of the most that cop just basically told him to go home. That was one of the most unlucky cop fights, even if Brash was fully healed up and burgered up. Like, that dude did 4 Crushing Chops with a crit, so that would be absolutely god-awful. That's true. Brash could go for the Frankie heal here. That would definitely be a quick, easy way to get your psychic points back. It's pretty close to the station as well. He's gonna continue just keep throwing it down at Strong, though. He's really just putting all of his eggs in the exceedingly tiny basket of missing a ton and nest critting a bunch, so... Makes it past the first cop. Not too much issue there. 10 HP though. We'll have an issue on the second cop. And we do see the console restart there. I'm not sure what's about to happen. I think we might be getting a, Oh, man. So... I don't even know what to say. Now we're playing, Vegas Stakes. On the left. Golden Paradise Hotel. Yeah, it seems Brash has decided that Onett is not having it today, so I'm assuming that's going to be a Mr. Butts. I love the signature, the NES graphics. Holy sh... This is great. Just James making it through. I'm sorry, I should be commentating on the race, on the run. James making it through Carpainter. So now we will see him return to Paula and walk his way through PRV. Brash is playing craps. Oh man. It's like one of those like multiverse like randos, right? After you beat Onett in Earthbound, you have to go to Vegas Stakes and play craps until you make $1 million. It's like a biathlon or something. I don't know. Oh, bad RNG for Brash on the craps table. Yeah, definitely a good time from James, especially with the I mean, he did skip like saving in department store and stuff like, and he did skip like the walk from Shack fight, so it makes sense that he saved a lot of time dying or beating Carpainter there. Very fast Carpainter though. Yeah, no butterflies, no saving, no withdrawing money at all. Just the shopping right before Tucson. So definitely a pretty smart play. We'll see how his PRV goes though. I don't know, that death warp that takes you back to Tucson is pretty money. This might have been more for flare points than anything, especially since PRV can be still just as nasty as it was on the way in as it is going out, so... This is something else. Definitely a first for me. Not sure about anyone else in the Super Series history, but craps on screen. Vegas stakes. Oh, true. The bridge is complete on the way back, so you do get a little tiny shortcut. The elusive bridge that you never actually get to see be done because we always skip it by dying. But in this case, we do get to see it for once. The man's hard work will finally come to fruition. That bridge builder, finally, somebody will respect his bridge and walk over it. Not too bad PRV also, so James will head back to Polestar now. Doesn't have to revive Paula or do anything like that. I'll be honest, I have no idea how craps works, so this is all just like interesting. I do. Well, I hope you do, Brash. I sure hope you're not just like betting on random stuff. I mean, you might be betting entirely random, but but like this looks like exceedingly complicated for just a casino game, right? Like it's crazy. Like, why are there so many zones? He's fighting, or no, I almost said he was fighting Everdread, but no, he's just getting the water bills. I don't know where my mind is so warped right now. I just saw Everdread jump down. But no, he gets that fat wad, makes his way up to Chaos Theater here for our Runaway 5 cutscene. Make sure to get the backstage pass. You have lost $379. Oof. Brash getting worked over by the craps table in Vegas Stakes right now. So is there a storyline to this game? There was like a whole like intro sequence and like text box sequence where you talk to people. Like, are you supposed to like overcome your massive debt and like rescue your wife? Yo, blackjack, here we go. Now I'm in it. Now I'm in it. You win 10 million. Huh, okay. Yo, look at that shuffle animation. They just play like a little video. Oh man, this game's great. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, you did bust, didn't you? That's 22. That's too many. That's bigger than 21, Brash. You can't go above 21. I know this game. Mr. Butts is looking broke right now. What happens if you lose all your money, Brash? 19. Oh, that's gotta be good. You gotta stay on a 19. There's no way he wins that. Oh, there's. Getting worked in Earthbound and getting getting worked in Vegas Stakes. Brash cannot find a home anywhere. What an intro, also. Yeah, for real, this is just a metaphor for human life or for casinos in the real world right here. Not even a metaphor, it's just literally casinos in the real world. They didn't even try to hide it. It's just like, nah, it's just rigged, bro. Okay. It's a metaphor for Earth. True. James says you deserve the win for busting out Vegas State. James making his way through. I'm glad we were able to. It was. I mean, we of course loved the Tucson cutscene jam and going through all the Tucson fetch questing, but it was nice to have a little bit of a side show while it was all happening. Oh, who's it gonna be? Mr. Class. Oh, okay. A bit of an homage to the one in the run, Classic Jam. Yeah, we need a third screen of like the commentators just playing Vegas Stakes while the two runners race. Oh, he's calling Richard. Let's see what Richard has to say. Okay, let's go to the casino. So do you get like different buffs if you bring different people to the casino with you? Is Richard have a good eye for the roulette table or something? Is Cliff kind of a blackjack shark or something? No, it's just Flair. You just like Richard over Cliff. All right, James having a pretty clean graveyard has to kind of sneak around a trash can there. Luckily, that trash can was not in range to aggro over him, so it does get a pretty easy zombie stare. We got the Richard call out here. Oh, so you can talk to them, so you can straight up get like, yo, Richard, what should I do here? I'm trying to make 10 mil, Richard. Oh, it's Cliff. You didn't bring Cliff, and now he's your enemy. We got the deep Vegas Stakes lore right here in the in the EBSS chat. This isn't even like Texas Hold'em, is it? It's straight up 5-card, right? I know it's 7-card stud. What am I even saying? What? I've never played 7-card. This game's too old for me. People don't even play 5-card poker anymore, right? I feel like I only ever hear about Texas Hold'em. Another game I have no idea how to play then, so throw it up there with craps. We'll see what happens though. I'm sorry, James making his way to winners now. Vegas Stakes is just, it draws you in. Yeah, this is debug mini. This is what happens when you successfully do debug. Nobody's ever actually gotten it. It just opens up Vegas Stakes. They just built Vegas Stakes into the game. A parasite, huh? Pete Train. Got some Texas Hold'em hater. I mean, I don't really mind it. I've never really played 5-card that much, I guess, to compare the two. Yes, Onet definitely puts people through the grinders. I definitely no shame at all, Brash. I was there last week. I know about that life. That's fair. You do only have 2 cards, and you have to rely on the center to help you out. It's true. I definitely see the argument there. Oh, the slots! Now here's the true casino experience right here. When you give up at everything else and you just get all sad and you sit at the slot machine and you just roll it forever. Oh, here we go. Well, long after the stream is cut, Brash will still be here playing slots on Vegas Stakes. Yeah, you might. I mean, you might as well be playing the slot machine on Earthbound. Yeah. James having to try and despawn a dog. Ooh, gets a gruff goat spawn. Gotta go ahead and choose to take the dog spawn. Just barely despawned the left side of that screen for that gruff goat to spawn, and didn't manage to get the dog at the same time, so it was just a little unlucky on both ends. But we'll get the level up and the bread roll for first proto. Definitely the much safer way to tackle that first proto. Oh, back to blackjack. Looks like the slot ate all of our money. Just getting absolutely rolled by the house and everything he tries to do right now. Poor Brash. Forced to stand on an 18. Ooh, but the house always wins. And we're finally over to Tessie. Our good old-fashioned MS Paint Beast. MS Paint Blackjack. Yeah, I figured we'd see some pretty topical MS Paint Beast this time around. Get him out now, fellas. This is gonna be the only MS Paint Beast now of the at least of this race. So get him out. Don't bother saving him. Time to air him out right now. We'll see what happens first. Will Brash hit 1 million or was it 10 million? Will Brash hit 10 mil or will James get to Boogey Tent first? We can start a prediction. MS Poker Beast, MS Plinko Machine, MS Paint Bets. I like that. If Brash hits 10 mil first, he wins. That's fair. I mean, if Brash can hit 10 mil in like 15 minutes, you're rolling. James will just forfeit. Wait! You get accosted in the middle? No way! You don't even have the money for this. I mean, you can like offer. You're haggling with this woman that just, bro, I'm playing the slots. Leave me alone. Brash, why'd you give all your money away to this woman? What will she possibly do to you? Oh my god, this game is hilarious. Yeah, who could have seen that coming? This random lady just comes up to you like, hey, you wanna buy this for 5,000? Like, No. James making it through the first proto with a joiner, so definitely was a little scary for him there. Is able to get past it. Now trying to get the duck skip. Is hard investing in this duck skip, but the duck is fighting. Maybe. He might be onto something. Oh, the duck seems to be in a much better spot now. That actually should be good as long as the duck goes to a little bit to the left. That's all you're looking for is the duck to get stuck down there, but not quite. Oh! Very nice from Bubble Monkey there on both the second duck and the proto skip there. Bubble Monkey not stopping at all between those two. That's actually kind of crazy. Bubble Monkey just straight up hugged Jeff that entire time. Nice little jackpot there for Brash. Gonna make some money there. Or bars. I'm not quite sure if that's the... I've never been to a casino. Don't mind me. I think 7s are jackpots, right? Yeah. Ooh, a lot of encounters on this point. James going for the cheeky stutter. This is crazy, James. Absolutely mad. But mad respect for the attempt. Welcome, Ricky. So we had a little bit of some Onet RNG happen. For anyone who is not understanding what's going on here, Onet kind of worked Brash over a bit, and he decided that he was going to finish out the rest of his race by playing Vegas Stakes, which is entirely his choice. And, you know, we're all here for it. We are absolutely all here for it. So... James having a rough time despawning that last plate there. We got a different craps table this time. Oh, okay. We're gonna be doing some mid-stream cropping. We're just gonna roll right into the second race with some midstream cropping. So we're gonna have 4 on screen at the same time. I would assume is the plan, and then going back down to 2 after James is done. Unless he's just saying because James is pretty close to being done here. James now being out of Pond Cave is just gonna have the Skyrunner cutscene and Boogey Tent to get through, barring any Jeff mishaps or Boogey Tent mishaps. We should be seeing a pretty snappy conclusion to Boogey % here. Betting 1,000 on the craps. You've won 900. A little bit of a loss. Gotcha. All right. We're just sticking to the 2. But James is pretty close, so... You know, hopefully Boogey is just going to go down without a fight, and we can proceed with our second race of the night. That does mean Vegas Stakes. I see what you mean by half of the load-in. I got you. So it seems Vegas Stakes. James only racing, so... so that he can continue watching Brash play Vegas Stakes. Brash just got conned and like he got admonished by a police officer. Man, people will not leave you alone in Vegas Stakes. Okay, Brash bet it all, knowing he's on his way out. Cannot bet it all? I don't know. Maybe they yelled at him when he tried to bet it all. He bets 1,000. It's true, Ricky. It's true. This is not normal. This never ever happens. But you can respect a little bit of if you want to hang around, we should have a much more normal looking race coming up. No offense, Brash, it's been great. But not everyone will switch over to Vegas stakes when they lose. All right, we got the Attack Slug fans here. All right, it should be a good race coming up right after. So definitely here for that as well. Vegas Stakes, seems that Mr. Classic Jam has lost all of his money, and we will see an ending to the chapter of Vegas Stakes here on Earthbound Super Series 07. It's been real. Thank you, Brash, for the definite entertainment there on the side. Still, I mean, James is showing a really good time as well. He's probably gonna end up with a pretty good time here, considering all the things that he's had to do as well, all the things he's done in his race. The crazy Shaq death warp. True. I did actually forget about that. I told myself I was gonna remember that like an hour ago when they were like walking up the hill in Onett, and then now an hour later, I have forgotten that James's timer is a little behind, or ahead, I should say. Yeah, as Peen Train is saying, because it's like 15 seconds. I don't know if it's a 40. It was like 15 or so. It was only just barely into the cutscene. He restarted and started. Okay, well, I actually was looking at chat for the 5 seconds it took for Jeff to kill Boogey there, but good job, Jeff. He did his job. And Boogey is dead. So GG to James. Good race. Should end up with a mid 107 here. Which is a very, very extremely solid time. But James will proceed to the 2-2 bracket where Brash will drop down to the 1 and 3. So Brash definitely still has a chance to make it out of the Swiss brackets for sure. There will probably be some 2-3s being there will probably be a few 2-3s being taken into the main brackets. It's all going to be around those tiebreakers, which a forfeit does hurt the chances. I'm in the same boat, Brash. Don't worry. A forfeit does hurt the chances, but I get it. Onett is a bit of a chore. It'll work you over. Seems yes, okay, so he was letting his timer kind of like run 15 seconds or so more. So still 107? Yep, I agree. Yep, that's what I said too when I also forfeited. Because I was like, it's already not gonna drop my worst time, so. Okay, so really quick, we are now going to transition over to our next two racers. Attacks, like, I assume you're not like cutting the restream or anything, Ari. I assume you're gonna, since you already have him on screen, so if my calculations are correct, you are just gonna restream this next one. Yes, GG's to both racers anyways, Brash. It was, I mean, you definitely had some raw Onett luck there, even with the yo-yo mistake, because you were making up good time there, and then the unfortunate ant death. So, but GG's to both racers. We got to watch some Vegas Stakes. It was definitely a blast. I was all for it. I've never seen Vegas Stakes before. That was hilarious. What a great game. We got our next two racers lining up, getting ready to go. We see Attack Slug practicing some Frankenstein here as Xander practices some Onett walking. And James, thank you for the raid as well. Bringing in all those from the James stream. Me being one of them, of course. I was using James as my volume. All right. While they're setting up, I'm gonna take a quick break. So thank you everyone who was here for the Classic James BrashVolksdragon race. James being our victor there, and stick around for the Xander versus Attack Slug race, which will be happening very shortly. Oh wait, no, this is already going, right? Or is this what the timers are? Oh crap, hold on. I see what you mean. Okay. Never mind. I didn't see the timers until that. I thought this was practice. Ignore me. I remember now what Aries said earlier about the other race starting. I remember that. I totally did selectively forget what he said. In any event, moving right along. So it seems now that... No, it's okay. That's my bad. I just completely forgot about that. No worries. Yeah, no worries about it. We should be good. I can just get that stuff later. We're already 15 minutes in, so I get a bit of a... My break is already that the race will end 15 minutes earlier. In any event, it seems Tax Slug has made it past Frankie with a good amount of time here. And none of us saw what was happening beforehand. So yeah. So from out of the frying pan and into the fire, we're back into Earthbound. No build up or anything. No like collect your bearings, nest walk or anything like that. Attack Slug buying hamburgers. I'm assuming Xander took some sort of death somewhere on the way to Frankie here. But we'll make it through Frankie this time around. And moving on to Frankenstein Mark II. Pretty good damage so far. We'll see. Oh, he does get a tear into, so we will have to go in and heal that up. Not going to be able to make it through there. Oh. Does anyone want to become famous? Don't click that, by the way. I mean, there's no link there, but... There's a bot area. Casual energy drinks. He's here. He's a bot. Attack Slug only getting an unfortunate 3-pack there. The fourth guy is hiding somewhere. Ness also struggling to kill these Attack Slugs with a decent amount of time here. Attack Slugs struggling on the Attack Slugs. The people of her kind are treating her very badly right now. Xander taking the Frankie heal, going to Mayor Perkle. Right? I wonder what like, does anyone even still fall for those? Get it? Follow for those? So I don't know if she killed the first slug or if she just straight up didn't even get a fourth slug there. So she might be on 7 right now. I didn't actually catch what happened there. Xander grabbing the the key to the shack from Mayor Perkle here. Spit in their eyes, made them wet their pants. Kind of very graphic. So this is 7. Thank you. So she's at a very kind of weird number. Now it's gonna be 10 if she isn't able to get a another single somewhere. Xander going to get his burgers right now, getting the money from drugstore. Yeah, for real. So attack slug at 10, which means she could just farm 3 more 4-packs out down here and still be at 22. So technically not the worst position for her to be in, if she could get lucky on her slug spawning at all. Not seeing any right now. Moving on to what's going to put her at 14 slugs. Ness missing turn 1. Love to see it. Luckily, these slugs are only hitting 3s on her, so she's going to be not hurting to life up for a while. That's definitely a much better thing. Xander getting kind of trolled by the shack people. They are walking in front of him. Yeah, no. So 14 for slug. Xander getting an empty bottom floor just to try and set up the rat. Unfortunate placement from that rat there. He will have to stutter that back and despawn it. That one was a little too low to get stuck in the little crevice there. That one should fare a bit better for him. So back and forth he goes. Let's see some slugs. 14 for attack slug, 0 for Xander on the chart right now. Looking for that magic 22. There we go, number 1 for Xander. Bit of a risky grab there. Not always going to get that 4-pack if you drag him over like that. 18 for attack slug here. We'll just need one more 4-pack to get 22, or to level 8. Also 22. Nice crit from Ness there. Much better than the under hits, for sure. Gonna opt to go ahead and farm it out here on the bottom. Definitely still pretty smart. Especially since you can get the guaranteed spawn. Well, not guaranteed, but a pretty good chance of respawning them here. Although attack slug has definitely not been as lucky with the respawns for this plate. Accidentally despawned the mouse. Gets another one stuck, luckily. Xander moving on to pack number 2 for 8 slugs. Seems attack slug has found her last pack. If it's a 4-pack, that will be enough, and it will be. So 22 for her moving out of this. Xander back to despawning that plate, looking for more slugs. He will get some, moving him up to 12. As attack slug begins the ascent to giant ant, we will see how the top side of giant step treats her. One mouse spawn there, kind of tucked back away. She should be able to stutter that. A lot of stuff to stutter here. Unfortunately, takes what appears to be an ant and a mouse. Yes. Not the worst thing. She's going to choose to go ahead and rock in through it since she has it available. Hoping that she won't have to use it on the top floor at all. Xander finishing up with the 12-pack. 12-pack would be nice, but 12 slugs. Attack slug getting that empty top floor, very nice. Not even having to despawn. So very, very good entrance to the top floor there. Probably will have to do 2 butterflies here because of the rocket usage. Xander moving on to 16 slugs. We will see if he chooses to go to the top floor or if he chooses to continue grinding on the bottom floor for the rest of the slug packs. Some runners will choose to go to that top floor for that spicy 6-pack at the very, very top. Choosing to despawn that single ant, choosing to despawn that single ant as well. I was not watching her offense, but it appears she might understand that she does not have enough for the ant slam. So she's choosing to despawn them and stutter them. Xander not going upstairs, going to go ahead and farm out the rest of his slugs on the bottom floor here. Ooh, kind of a cheeky spawn plate there for attack slug. 2 slugs in a bad spot. 2 slugs are very hard to stutter there. If they're on the south side of the screen, they're typically a lot easier. This might be doable. She's going to go ahead and choose to despawn that, though. Single ant here might be much easier to stutter past, and she does do it successfully. So attack slug starting up the Titanic ant fight. First one of the race right here, as Xander gets, I believe, 20 slugs right here. So we'll see what he chooses to do. He's going to go ahead and just grind out the last of the slugs here. I didn't see what the rockin' did. Oh, no, she hasn't even done the rockin' yet. Here we go. We'll see how it goes. A magnet first turn, though, and a 105 rockin'. Biggest one we've seen yet on Titanic Ant. Very big rockin' there for attack slug. 76, not too bad either. We'll only have to bash it out a little bit. Gonna go ahead and eat a burger as Titanic Ant lays into her. In a bad spot right now. Nice. Ness with the outspeed with his burger, because that was a 45. Definitely would have been mortal damage there. Xander on his last slug pack right now. We'll put him up to level 8 right after this. And then he'll just have to march his way up to the top of Giant Step to attack the ant. Attack slug making it through the ant without too much issue. I think she only ever really had to use like 3 burgers maybe, so really good rockins from Ness to close that one out. She will pick up the Sanctuary song from... You do not want to see this this slug pack right here, especially when you just finished grinding all of your slugs on the bottom. And very unfortunately, Xander will take a red swirl to this 4-pack of slugs here. So he will have to grind through all this text of them taking a turn. Hopefully Ness maybe can run away. Perhaps he's going to rockin' it. He does choose to just go ahead and rockin' it, using his last means of getting out of an encounter in case he does run into one on the top floors before the butterfly. But they're gone. Those slugs are no more. They have been deleted by the rockin'. He has 23 offense, which is unfortunately not enough to one-shot those ants. So he will have to dodge any single ant encounters that he sees. Attack slug grabbing the hamburger on the way down and making her way out of Giant Step. Proceeding onward to Cops. Xander having to stutter the entirety of the top side of Giant Step here. Ooh, a little bit of lag. A lot of slugs there causing a lot of lag. He's going to take them all. A 6-pack for him. You don't want to see it. He's going to try and get away, but he can't. This is going to be a very slow scroll of text for Xander right here, as he has to get through 6 slugs attacking him. Going to try and run away again. Does not make it out. This is really unfortunate for him. Of course, you only see the 6-pack when you don't want it. A 3rd failed runaway. Ness, come on, man. They're only slugs. What is your problem? At least they're only hitting him for 3s, so it's not too lethal. We're on turn 4 of the runaway. He finally gets out. He will get to make it up to Ant now. He's going to have to get 2 butterflies, most likely. Team Jeff. He's not here yet, but when he does get here... We already had a pretty good showing from Jeff so far today. Jeff one-shot Boogey Tent in our one race earlier, so... Xander getting stuck by the tree there. Attack slug moving on to Cops, having a bit of a rough first cop here with all the crushing chops being laid into her. But manages to get past it. Yeah. Attack slug sent the 6 slugs after Xander. Was there an ant on the pixel? On the rock? I guess he saw one, because to me that was empty. But perhaps there was one of those hidden ones on the rock. Pop number 2 for attack slug. Ooh, bashing and proceeding to the next cop with 14 HP does never look good. This is a very, very good recipe for dying. Ness has to outspeed or the cop has to miss here. You are very rarely going to be able to... Okay, nice. Ness was able to outspeed the cop. You're very rarely going to be able to outmatch that Mortal Text at 14 HP, so... Ness definitely brought it out there and managed to save Attack Slug. Xander having a bit of a normal ant fight here. I believe he got magneted, which is why he has 4 psychic points there. I didn't quite see what his Rockins did. But he's just going to have to do some normal bashing it out because he is out of psychic points. Ooh, nice little crit from Ness. Unfortunately, it is on a shield, so not the best thing, but there we go. It did take out the shield just in time for Ness to get an outspeed and just pile up the damage on Ant, and Xander gets a pretty decent Ant time. He's had some roughness in O-Net, but pretty decent time on Ant, on killing that Ant at least. He still had a pretty rough O-Net though. As have both of our runners. Both of our runners seem to have run into quite a bit of annoyances in O-Net. Ant time, oh. Attack Slug moving on to strong with 1 burger left. Choosing to rock in with the rest of her psychic points. She has no healing anymore. Gonna have to just bash it out. 27 damage to Ness. Ooh, Attack Slug making it out with 2 HP on Captain Strong. Very close. If Captain Strong had done any more damage to her, she would have been taken mortal. But luckily, Ness was able to bash it out there and finish it off. As Xander descends down Titanic Ant's lair. I almost called it Titanic Step again. And she will get to continue on to Tucson. Xander has 1 more obstacle though left in O-Net before he can finally close the chapter on this salty area. Pretty open walk for Attack Slug down to Tucson. No mushrooms so far. Nothing. They don't exist. No mushrooms at all for Attack Slug. See some department store saving for Attack Slug here. No shack fight death warps with the 2 HP this time around. And Xander starts cops himself. I'm assuming, I don't think Xander shopped for burgers, so I'm assuming he has enough from Ant, or from his last burger trip, that he's just gonna go for it. We'll see how the cops treat him. Already opening with a crushing chop. You love to see it. Oh yeah, he's got a ton of burgers, so he should be okay. Should be. No commentator's curse. I said should. Getting worked over by this first cop, though, playing it very safe. Deciding to heal at 50. Had to burn a lot of burgers on the first cop. You don't want to see that. Attack Slug making her way through the Tucson beginning intro RPG stuff. Talking to Apple Kid, giving him the burger and giving him some money. Getting that receiver phone. Cop number 2 for Xander. Crushing chop. Ooh, Attack Slug has to dodge a cheeky little Tucson cop here. Cops are giving both of our runners a run for their money. Xander being very, very conservative with his burgers. It worked out for him because he did take a huge crushing chop right before that burger eat. But I don't know if even I would heal at 60 HP with a burger. Especially since now you're on cop number 3 and you only have like 3 burgers left. You've been slamming them, Xander. You've been slamming them. Although these cops have been doing a lot of crushing chops as well, to be fair. I totally get it if you want to try and save your psychic points as well. Because, oh my lord. We did see a critical, luckily, on the very last hit from Ness, so Ness was able to clean it up and not take as much damage from the critical hit there. So 29 HP going into the next cop should still be enough to heal with, even with a crit. But Ness will outspeed, which is probably not what Xander wanted to see there. He was probably hoping Ness did not outspeed that. We'll take another crushing chop. Nice PRV for attack slug, only having to do a few despawns, I believe. Sprout Cave causing a bit of an issue. It's true. It's like you'd have to decide between, especially on strong and cops in general, you kind of have to decide between leveraging your burgers versus your psychic points, because it's definitely quite the resource to have 2 Rockins on strong, right? For the 2-turn strong, as we just saw with Xander here. So certainly very nice for Xander to not get that submission hold turn 1. Yeah, you gotta leverage those burgers. You gotta leverage between that and the psychic points. It's like, okay, do I want to use because if you use the burgers, you gotta heal a lot earlier than you would with a life up, because a life up will take you up to maximum at this stage in the game. But burgers typically you can only usually get from like 40 to 50 HP. So this game makes me hungry. We got Apple Kid in the chat right now. Apple Kid is the strongest kid in gym class right now. He's hungry. So Xander's still making it out of Onet with an alright time, considering all that has happened to him. I believe we didn't actually get to see the first 15 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and assume he took a death on either Frankie or a shark or something. So he is following right behind Slug here, moving into Tucson now. Probably about 5 minutes between our runners, maybe? If I had to guess. So he's looking at Slug probably to hopefully take a death somewhere in order to get some time back. Dying to Car Painter, one of the biggest time losses in this race for sure. Gonna have to make that PRV pass again if it happens. Xander doing the old department store save. Definitely the standard here. And Attack Slug begins the PRV walk to Happy Village. We see a Hippie Manippy on screen for Xander. Gets him caught on a tree, chased him down a little bit. Little hippie swag there. And we give Apple Kid his second burger. Hungry Apple Kid. Ooh, Attack Slug in a bad pincer right here. Did not manage to get the despawn on the UFO moving up, and actually managed to spawn some sprouts on the way up there. Manages to get a really nice movement past the UFO. It does not manage to jump out. Oh, so close. Managed, almost got away from that sprout bowl there. Luckily, the UFO does not join, so Attack Slug just has to deal with this mobile sprout, which is a lot better fight than the double with the UFO. She most likely would have had to burn a rocket on the UFO with the sprout, but this way she just has to probably has to do a life up and get another. She potentially does not even have to life up, but that shack fight can definitely work you over. You want to be at full HP for that for sure. So she go ahead and do that. The butterfly's right there. Might as well. Unfortunate that she had to take an encounter, but easy enough to clean up in PRV for sure. Xander starting his first pass PRV here. As Attack Slug gets a pretty nice empty spawn plate on the way all the way to Happy Happy right now. No Troll Snake for Attack Slug. Ooh, Xander getting a bad spawn there. It's going to make him have to despawn. UFO liable to swing out there and get him. Attack Slug going to see some shopping here in Happy Happy. Let's get that Sandlot bat and that Holmes hat. We'll see if she buys any some food as well. I know I'm always a big fan of a croissant right here. She passes it up. She passes it up. I don't know what her burger status is like. Perhaps she has a lot of burgers. But she says no to the croissant. Xander making his way back to Apple Kid now. Attack Slug taking the wide path around the bottom. Will take a crow. But luckily Ness is able to one-shot it and make quick work of it. So she'll be able to get into the shack now without an issue with the iframes. Xander now in Tucson, walking on the road over to Apple Kid as the Franklin badge is received for Attack Slug, and shack fight commences. Pretty standard rockin' from Attack Slug here. Hopefully we'll see it take out both of those cultists in the back there. It's got to roll pretty high to do enough damage to take them out, but the best thing you can also see is that it just hits everyone. Sometimes they can miss that crow. She's going to go ahead and opt to go rockin' these two guys. You'll see some runners choose to bash it out after the first rockin' if it doesn't kill the cultists, because usually they're only one bash away from dying both of them, and it's a little faster than the... It can be a little faster than the rockin' animation if they miss and stuff, but then you also run the risk of... and you save the psychic points of the rock to use on Car Painter later, as well as the trade-off there. But you do run the risk of a joiner if you do decide to bash it out there and not use a rockin'. But seems to have worked out pretty well for her. She's going to take that free food. We're going to see some fresh egg here. Xander on his way to begin his second pass PRV as Cultist HQ comes on screen for the first time in the race here. Blue, blue. Green, green. Choosing to nom on that egg right before the first cultist here. Gonna max up her HP and bash it out. Gets a joiner. First turn, you do hate to see that. She's gonna opt to go ahead and rock in both of them. Definitely the faster choice. She could potentially get a one shot on the back cultist and lever it out, but no, Ness gonna hit a 46 on that. Super low rockin' actually. So low that he can't even kill it with a bash, and he's gonna get another cultist. We're gonna see cultist D for Attack Slug in her first cultist fight here. Super, super, super unlucky that Ness low rolled on that rockin', because now she does not have any psychic points. It's just gonna have to resort to bashing it out. She just has to pray that Ness can clean up these cultists in some quick enough time before they paint her to death. She's not gonna have a lot of options here in a second. It's gonna be mortal damage in the cultist HQ for Attack Slug. That is huge. It is not quite a death on Card Painter, but it's going to send her all the way back to Tucson. She's gonna have to walk PRV again. Zelda Rock Xander will take the lead back from Attack Slug because of it. A death in Happy Happy is one of the biggest time losses if you saved there in the department store. I make that comment because we did just see someone save in Happy Happy in the most recent race, so it is a viable option. She may have considered doing that with only 2 HP. It was certainly way out there, but that does imply you get through Happy without taking any encounters and dying, so. But Xander, entering Happy, we'll see if he's able to contain the lead here. This is definitely what Xander needed to stay in this race. That is a huge time loss for Attack Slug. Very unfortunate for her. You absolutely hate to see that. We will see shopping for both of our runners here, Sandlot Bat and Holmes Hat. And 2 croissants. Xander's hungry. He says, I'm a hungry guy, and Ness needs his meat. Not even meat, but he needs his calories. Having to despawn a few shacks, a few cultists there. But he does make it through pretty easy. Attack Slug getting a nice UFO stuck on the, a Robo stuck on the upper pixel there. Ooh, bit of a bad spawn plate there. Gonna have to despawn that. But on her way back, it will be empty. The Robo there to meet her on the other side, though, does not go for the despawn tactic of hugging that left side. But this time the Robo up top will be stuck. She will have to despawn this lower Robo. We'll see how Xander's shack fight goes. Opens up with the standard rockin'. Pretty run-of-the-mill numbers from that rockin'. He's just going to go ahead and opt for the safety rockin' as well the second time around. Slug not having a good time with the spawn plate right here. She had to despawn that for eons, but finally is able to make it out. Xander finishing shack fight up himself. Will get to proceed to Carpainter. We will see if the Cultist HQ claims another runner. He's gonna be in the same boat as Attack Slug was, with only one rockin' between Carpainter and the one Cultist fight. So if he is forced to use that, he does have the benefit of having the extra healing, though. He did buy 2 croissants. He's choosing not to do any free heals at the free food. It does get a cheeky little cultist on the right side, though. You don't ever see them. You don't often see them over there. Typically, you don't go that side either. But luckily, Slug actually you don't have to do the shack fight again. So she just gets to. We will see our runners at the exact same moment here. This is kind of crazy. The Slug rolled into Cultist HQ at the exact same time as Xander did, so this is actually kind of insane. Slug getting the unfortunate rockin', but she does have the better resources to deal with it. Having the full psychic points afterwards. She's able to take out the first one. We'll have to bash out the second one. It does not call for help this time. They're gonna finish the first cultist fight at about the same time. Xander moving up. This is neck and neck now. We're gonna see if Carpainter diverges our runners at all. Attack Slug arguably has the better resources going into Carpainter. She has enough for 2 Rockins that could actually help her speed it up a little bit. Enough for 3 Rockins. She has 30 psychic points. She could just, and depending on the reflex, she could just roll right through Carpainter right now, which is what she needs to take the lead back. Xander using his 1 Rockin' now. 95, that's a good Rockin' roll for him. Go ahead and break out a croissant right now. No reflex for Xander and no reflex for Attack Slug. We're about the same point of damage right now. Xander just whipping. Oh, nice smash from Ness for Attack Slug. That is absolutely what she needs here to settle it up. She's not using any of her Rockins, which is really interesting to me. Is she going to do it now, or is she just relying on the healing? But it might not matter. It might not matter because Xander ran out of healing items and did not get any reflex. So we will see another death in Cultist HQ. The worst death compared to dying on the first Cultist. It is dying to Carpainter because you got the extra movement of having to walk all the way up to Carpainter and then die to him. Both of our runners having super unlucky goes at it in Tucson and Onett. Slug is struggling on Carpainter right now. He just popped off another life up. She finally dips into her psychic points to Rockin'. But he already has the psychic shield, so... Finally, we see a reflect. There we go. Carpainter tame for one of our runners. This is wild. This is honestly wild. It's so unfortunate. I would have loved to see Xander overcome Carpainter there. That would have been really good, close race there with both of our runners going into winners. But it is very unfortunate that Xander did take the other biggest time loss of the run right now of dying to Carpainter. We'll have to walk all the way through Happy and PRV again. But we'll just get to walk all the way to Carpainter. These fights have been really brutal, to be fair. No reflex. The Rockins not really connecting. So definitely not the best RNG for our runners right now. They're getting worked over right now. Attack Slug making her way back to Paula to rescue her. Xander not getting that despawn. Gonna have to go ahead and redo the tree there. There is a mobile sprout there. He's gonna have to walk up. Subconsciously gets that despawn just by nature of having to walk up there. All back in the party, we have the teddy bear. Teddy bear should be going in the garbage pretty quickly for Attack Slug. As Xander attempts to keep despawning this plate over and over again. A lot of crows for Attack Slug waiting for her. Xander having some really unlucky spawn plates up here. He's trying to get a butterfly. It is a waste of a good toy, but it's no help to what we're trying to do here, you see. So goodbye, Teddy Bear. We'll see you next time. Maybe we'll see you in 3. Go ahead and opt in for that mole attack here. She's got a pretty good health pool for it, so she definitely did the smart decision to go for the mole here. And the mole does crit Paula, so now we just have to deal with Ness and his ATM card. Just missed on the claw attack. Feeling a little weird, Mr. Mole is. The mole hit himself. I mean, if this mole straight up never hits Ness, which is very possible, I've seen it before, happened in one of my runs. If this mole never hits Ness, Xander has the potential to make up some time, and the mole will actually kill itself. So Attack Slug's gonna have to find another one to take Ness out here. Xander moving on to Carpainter now. Finally, Xander sees a reflect. It is the unfortunate first turn reflect, though, so Carpainter will probably be able to life that up a little bit. Xander smartly deciding to dip into his PK Rockins to try and put out as much damage on Carpainter as possible, especially since he already got the reflect. He will have a really fast Carpainter the second go-around. Axluck finally gets killed by the mole. Gets back to Tucson now, gets some money. Paula's dead, gonna have to revive her. So we make our way up to the hospital. Xander's gonna have to go pick up Paula, so he's still a little bit behind. If he can have a really fast death warp, he can still close up the gap a little bit. A really good winter, he needs a really good winters and a good boogie to close it out here. The gap is definitely not the biggest. There's been much bigger gaps. It's definitely, it's give and take, right? It's a good racing category. Ooh, Attack Slug luckily able to get a black swirl there, so not necessarily in the worst position for this fight. But does get the hippie manippy on her, so get your Tucson bingo out. We did see the hippie fight. It's a give and take category, right? Like, it's definitely like, oh, there's so much RNG involved, but there's also a lot of skill involved too. Like, there's certainly a lot of parts where your skill can just shine over the RNG. In terms of like the spawn plates and stuff like that, like, you can overcome spawn plates with skill, depending on what the spawn plates are, of course. Some you just have to straight up despawn, but there are, like, I'm thinking like Pawn Cave, for instance, there are some spawn plates in there that, like, you can definitely despawn them, or you can definitely stutter past them, but it all depends on how good you are at the game. But we have Paula for Xander, saying, don't cry anymore to Dad, for Attack Slug, and we're gonna go move on to getting that fat wad from Everdread. Xander doing some. Does he not want to die in? He's gonna do a PRV Death Warp, I believe. This is definitely interesting. He's choosing not to die in Lilliput's steps, but instead keeping the teddy bear as well. No, he's fighting. I'm confused. Why do the runners keep confusing me, chat? Why do they keep doing this? He still has the save in the department store. But he died, but Paula died. He didn't. I believe he's death warping. I believe he's okay. He is death warping. This is just the PRV death warp. He just decided he was not going to go to. Oh, Nest of the Gut save. Yeah, we might see the pixel vomit of the game over glitch. But not this time, not this time. Yeah, brain shock on the commentator. He successfully did it. But he's back in Tucson now. He's got to get some money to bring Paula back. Gonna go ahead and withdraw all that. Moving on to the hospital as Attack Slug starts that Runaway 5 show. You're doing some wacky things out here, Xander, and I respect it. I gotta know what prompted you to not go to Lilliput. I gotta know. If you're listening, send me a letter. Grabbing that backstage pass. Key item for continuing in the game. Another minute. Man, the hippies are everywhere today. We've seen 3 hippies between our 2 runners. Ooh, has to run away from a runaway dog there. Now off to see Paula's dad. releasing the Runaway 5 for Attack Slug. Right? We see a fourth hippie. The hippie would like to make his presence known to our runners. I think Xander has seen 3 of the Manippies as well. A little bit of buffering on Xander's end. Unfortunate encounters for Xander. He is just getting absolutely robbed here in Tucson with all of these people showing up. A jam band. They sure are jamming it up for him, so. So Slug on her way to 3 now. Skipping that photo. Xander getting the fat wad. We will see our second Runaway 5 race. Still close. Still close. I mean, Xander's about a minute and a half behind, probably. I actually don't know how long the Runaway 5 scene is. It's not the longest cutscene in the game, that's for sure. It's no Skyrunner or Tessie. I'll be able to, I'll be able to know when he's on the bus, how far apart they are. Yeah, 111. Oh wait, you're saying 111 for like the time? Oh, that's how long the cutscene is. Really, it's only a minute, huh? Down bus. I did down bus in a run earlier this week. It felt bad. I got like all the photo hits in a run earlier this week. Definitely is makes you want to not run for a while. But we'll see how Attack Slug's graveyard goes. We're hoping for a nice empty one. One trash can in her way there. She will have to go and despawn that. It will be met with flies instead. Having to do a lot of despawns. The fly is chasing her down. It's a sad time, Crimson. You understand. You know. I'm sure everyone's had their fair share of hitting those photo triggers sometimes when you don't mean to. Slug's finally getting past the graveyard here. A lot of despawning for her. Gonna have to do one more as there are some flies. Xander making his way past the Runaway 5 cutscene. Gonna let the Runaway 5 go, and then he himself will be on his way to 3 right behind. Oh yeah, the shack one's the worst. Like, the shack one's the most unassuming one. I hit the shack one, and then I hit the one on the bridge on the way to Foreside. That one felt pretty bad, because I didn't even remember about that one. But, like, yeah, the shack one's like, oh my god. This was in a glitchless run also, but... The shack one is like, oh, you can't go down after you get Paula back. You always gotta go back. And I always forget. Alright, we're gonna be double cutscening for our runners right now, so take your breaks, everybody. Stretch your arms. Winner's cutscene for Attack Slug and Runaway 5 car cutscene for Zelda Rocks. Yeah, Stonehenge is a feel bad as well. Stonehenge, I feel like at least you have like a little bit more like leeway to get around it. Shack is just like, hey, if you walk down, you're gonna get it. So don't ever do that. All right, Jeff, take the wheel. Let's see how Winters goes for Attack Slug. Come on, Tony. We got things to do. And Xander will move up north and check out his own graveyard RNG and see how he goes. Already there are some flies looking at him over the wall. There's a lot of fly. Oh, this one's chasing him, man. That fly had it out for him. It was weaving all the graves to get to him. So, unfortunately, Xander will take a fly engage here. We'll have to fight through it. No fire from Paula. But I guess freeze is actually better on the... I thought fire was better on those guys, but today I learned freeze is better. But she will have fire now for Boogey Tent. So we'll end up being a little faster. It's a bit of a safety for Xander to have PK Fire on Paula there. But a lot of flies again. Graveyard being awful for both of our runners. Xander's going to try and just keep that fly stuck on the tree there, but those are bad trash cans, Xander. There's a lot of bad trash cans out here. Unfortunate respawn of the trash cans. There's still a ghost up there. He's got himself in quite the pickle right now. There is so much around him that's going to stop him from being able to do this. He's going to take a trash can and a ghost. This is a really bad engage here. Quite the fuzzy pickle, yeah. I'm not sure what quite he can do to get out of this one other than just, oh, we got a joiner from another ghost too. This does not look good for Xander. He could try and run away. That is definitely viable. Paul is still alive. We have too many ghost infections here. Will he get away? No, that was probably it. There's probably no way Paulo lives this. Xander will get sent packing back to the Runaway 5 bus area, so he will have to take another stab at the graveyard. Luckily, it doesn't send him back too far. Nothing crazy like back to Tucson or anything like that. But Slug having no issue in the first half of winter is just going to make it over to the tent with no problem. Taking a big nap and onward to the Tessie cutscene. Again, with this spawn plate, Xander's gonna have to despawn it again. There are some flies up there. He doesn't have to deal with this left side spawn plate, though, this time. Now he just has to get rid of these flies that are just plaguing his existence. Another one's gonna chase him down. Paula's dead. Ness has no psychic points. He's just gonna have to bash it out. Xander getting a really unlucky graveyard here. He's gonna try and run away. Definitely gonna be difficult seeing as how slow Ness is. Is it really? No, wait, it's worked. Wait, no way, really? I feel like it's worked for me before. Perhaps I'm confirmation bias though. I feel like it has worked for. I mean, I trust Peen. Peen's definitely the lore, like the know-how of like percentages and stuff. So I definitely trust his resources. I just swear to God, I've been able to despawn that. Yeah, I would understand that it's high. I would definitely get that it's high for sure. So today I learned, when in doubt, you want to despawn to the south, I guess, is what the takeaway from that is. But Xander gonna get knocked out and sent back into winners. As Attack Slug begins the Brick Road movement. So we'll see if Attack Slug tries any of those flashy Brick Road skips that we all know and love. Looks like she will just send it at first proto. No try for the first proto skip. Definitely one of the harder ones to get. A lot of reliance on Bubble Monkey for any of these skips, to be honest. Maybe not so much duck skip, depending on whether or not you can actually get duck stuck on the wall. But makes it past first proto for Attack Slug. Will get to move on. Probably gonna need to heal a little bit. Only got 2 HP off of the first proto there. Gonna go ahead and pop that boiled egg as Xander begins the winner's playthrough. Uh-oh, having some buffering. A little buffer action for Xander. Chugging, the text be chugging. Attack Slug not able to get that duck skip, is gonna have to take the duck fight. Looking a little low on the damage there. You gotta be careful. You don't have a lot of healing there, so you kind of just have to fight it out. But the duck is gonna not often attack there, but when it does attack, it will throw down the 2 digits. So it is very, very much liable to kill Jeff there. So Attack Slug will take a death on the duck. Luckily, we'll not have to fight this first proto again, and also luckily only gets sent back to the Tessie checkpoint. So, oh, did the duck smash? I actually missed that. I probably was watching Xander's stream. Definitely unfortunate also if the duck smashes. Attacking on the first turn. The duck doing a second attack. Luckily, it misses. The duck has it out for Attack Slug today. One more attack to put him down will be enough to make that Mad Tuck Dame. Jeff getting the bad key from Mr. Teacher here. Bad key machine. Bubble Monkey trolling on the third proto skip. That was entirely Bubble Monkey as well. Attack Slug had really nice movement there to get Jeff past it. Bubble Monkey just decided to sit there and take it, so. Attack Slug makes it past, gets a cookie out of it. A little bit of healing buffer, since she no longer has that boiled egg anymore. If she chooses to eat it. We're going to hope for no encounters in Pawn Cave, though. That is always the preferred. But, you know, if you have to stomp on some slugs, you'd like to have a little bit of HP to make it through. So she's going to go ahead and eat that cookie now. We'll see how a Pawn Cave treats her. Xander following right behind. Starting the top half of winners himself here. Empty spawn for Pawn Cave for Attack Slug. She's walking right through. Gonna have to despawn a little bit here. This second plate is a little rough here. Nice dodge on the crow there from Xander. Very good movement. Gonna make it past the top side of winners without taking an encounter here. Definitely the preferred way to do it. Attack Slug could get caught up here in Pawn Cave enough, but it seems she will just get to continue on. We'll see how the last room treats her. Nothing in the first spawn plate. Couple of mushrooms. Still have a Tessie cutscene for Xander to get through as well, so still a little bit of time before he's going to be able to catch up to them. Slug having to consistently despawn this last spawn plate over and over and over again, though. The shrooms don't stop coming. Makes it past. Xander beginning the Bubble Monkey and Tessie cutscene here. For our second pass of MS Paint Beast. What do you got? Punky Brewster. MS Punky Brewster. Definitely colorful. Not very advantageous mushroom position for Attack Slug. Not at all. She's going to have to despawn that and get them more to the right or anything. Getting kind of railed on these mushrooms. They're everywhere. It's their house. This is the Mushroom Cave, after all. That might be good. It's a little high up, though. She will take a red swirl on the mushroom for Jeff here. Her HP's a little low. 19's a bit low for a Strut and Evil mushroom. She could take a death here, but she did actually get the hamburger, luckily. So Jeff will outspeed and just manage to get the heal off. Gonna try and run away again. Does not able to. 14, she's gonna have to try and kill the mushroom here. It's attacking. Attack Slug's gonna take a death. That's gonna send her all the way back to the start of the... They're gonna be at the same spot. They're gonna be at the same exact spot right now. We are gonna see the leads merge again here. Attack Slug taking a death at the worst possible spot. This is crazy. This is absolutely the most real it's gonna get right here. Except Attack Slug doesn't have to fight any of the Brick Road spawns. That is the only difference here. Is Zelda Rock still has to go through all of the Brick Road spawns. So definitely good for Zelda Rocks here. He still has a chance. He's just gonna have to get through a few encounters here. If he has a better Pawn Cave than Attack Slug, he could wrap it up. And there is still always Boogey as well to get between them and the victory. But definitely looks better for Xander's favor here. He could, if he pulls off these next two skips, it will even it up. But the duck does not look like it wants to cooperate. The duck is in a very bad spot to even attempt the duck skip. He's gonna have to heal up and attack it. Attack Slug getting stuck at this first spawn plate for Pawn Cave. Xander's gonna get a lot of time to catch up here. That's true. If you skip them, if you skip the Brick Road enemies, they do stay there. So that would have screwed her if she had taken that death in Pawn Cave and she had actually gotten any encounters there. We'll see if Xander managed to get the third skip. Nice! Bubble Monkey, oh, so close! Holy crap, Bubble Monkey nose touching that box there. Oh, Xander nicely done with the third proto skip, though. Right. So it definitely worked in Attack Slug's favor to not skip any of those. But you know, you don't expect to take a death in Pawn Cave, right? Oh, they don't respawn. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you. So even if she had skipped him. Okay, so I was misinterpreting that. I can't read. Sorry, so there's some hype stuff happening on screen. You'll have to forgive me. Xander being able to close up the gap now because Slug is just getting hammered by Pawn Cave right now. She's not having nearly as good of a time as she was on. Xander has a very clean exit. They're at the same point now. Now we are really at the same point. Xander potentially a little bit ahead because Attack Slug taking a Pawn Cave encounter here. Xander with some really nice stutters, but it's so risky because there's a mushroom on this side here. You have to take one of those fights, Xander. This is the risk you run with stuttering that first plate. You have to take one of these fights. And this mushroom is not going to let you go, but a 29 is a really good hit from Jeff on the mushroom. Should be enough to make it through. Attack Slug just having... Oh, she is not looking good in the health department, I gotta say. 1 HP on Jeff here. She's taking some really risky moves to try and keep her head up in this race. But Xander is gonna take the lead back here as Attack Slug takes another death in Pawn Cave. She will get sent back to that testing checkpoint. She will have to make the road back through Brick Road and through the first caves of Pawn Cave to try and catch back up with Xander. She needs Xander to get screwed by Pawn Cave here now. The shoe is on the other foot. Xander with the cheeky, very far from the rope spawn for Bubble Monkey there. Making Bubble Monkey work to get over there. Attack Slug picking up the croissant as safety here. as she moves into... She doesn't want another mess up here. She's going to pick up this as well. I actually forget what's in here. It's a stun gun for the damage. She's going to try and just brute force her way through this and make up as... She's hoping for perhaps a death from Boogie Tent on Xander at this point to try and make up any time here. She needs to scream through Pond Cave to try and make up that time. Doesn't have to fight the first spawn plate like she usually has to. She's going to choose to... She does get this green swirl on this slug. She will smash it. One encounter in this plate. She's going to try and despawn it. Not even going to try to stutter anything. She's throwing caution to the wind and just going straight for the despawns and or fighting. Beginning the Skyrunner cutscene for Xander. Nice empty spawn plates for Slug. She's going to take this next one, though. She's just trying to get through. She's probably so upset at that mushroom right now. I know that I would never want to see another mushroom after what that one has done to her. That mushroom cost her the entire race. It's not over yet. Boogie Tent, I shouldn't say that. It's not over yet. Boogie Tent can still kill Xander here. She could still be in league here. But it's going to take a lot for her to get back. She took a mushroom death, and then she actually died twice in Pond Cave here. But nice second half of Pond Cave there. She will be able to scream right through that. Drops Bubble Monkey. She's only going to end up being like a minute, maybe a minute and a half behind. She needs Xander to take a death on Boogie Tent here to get the win. It has been absolutely back and forth between our two racers. Both of our racers had a death in Onet, I believe. No, I believe just Xander had a death in Onet. Both of our racers had a death in HQ, Cultist HQ. Both of our racers Attack Slug 2 deaths in Pond Cave. Having to scrape back whatever time saves they can to try and stay afloat in this race, and the RNG has just been spanking them. About 2-minute delta between our two runners here now. If that Skyrunner cutscene is still 2.5 minutes long, I believe. And we'll see double Skyrunners for our runners. Double Skyrunners. Yep, it's all down to Jeff and Boogie Tent. That is Attack Slug's one saving grace in this run is will Boogie Tent treat Xander nicely. But we will pick up Jeff. Yeah, you don't want to see the 117 in the miss would be definitely a bad time right there. So picking up Jeff on our way out. Open that door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk. The Boogie Tentasaur. I'm sorry, that was bad. I'll take my leave now. These runners can just finish it out. Oh man, I mean, I won a race because the person against me died to the tent, so the tent is lethal. The tent is absolutely lethal. Really? That's awesome. And that's also perfect. The Chopasaur. Alright, let's see. Boogie Tip for Xander. Defend, BBR. Not even loading up a... What are you doing, Xander? He almost used the regular Boogie, or the bottle rocket. 368, that's pretty low. That is pretty low. He's gonna have to break out the... He's got the fire. Wait, did he freeze? Wait a second, he froze, right? Somebody run the footage. 80 pretty good 80 feet. Wait, Xander. You have PK fire, brother. No matter, Jeff is able to clean it up with the second bottle rocket. Oh, man. GG. Unfortunate for Attack Slug. What a race. It was back and forth. I don't think I've seen lead changes in a race as many times as this one, at least in a while. That was crazy. There were literally times when they were like at the exact same moment. Like when Attack Slug rolled into Cultist HQ and they both like got the screen transition for walking into Cultist HQ at the same time. That was crazy. I was like, oh, this is real right now. A 125.44. Given all of the things Xander has had to endure this run, definitely commendable. And Attack Slug right behind him, gonna go ahead and start fighting this tent right now. Should be closing it off right behind him. GG. Zelda Rock Xander. Well played, sir. He will be proceeding on to the 2-2 bracket for week 5. We only have one more week of the Swiss after this. Xander will be proceeding on to the 2-2 bracket, whereas Attack Slug will be dropping down to the 1-3. Both of these runners still have a chance. Ooh, the teddy bear does take an L on Boogey Tip for Attack Slug. And we do see the fire come out for a 278 Jeff! You're gonna get absolutely reprimanded after this. Should still be okay. We have the PK fire strats. He has the bottle rocket. Attack Slug will make it past Boogey Tent. GG to Attack Slug. What a run for both of our racers. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Crazy. Absolutely crazy RNG they both had to endure. Crazy deaths. Crazy lead switches. Good showing from both of our runners regardless of all that. Like I said, Attack Slug will be going down to 1-3, 2-2 for Xander. One more week to try and make a name for yourself in the Swiss brackets. They will be taking some 2 and 3 members from the Swiss brackets into the regulars. So I believe it has been stated that all 3 2s will be making it in, and some 2 3s, depending on average times, will be making it in. So definitely still want to fight for that 2-3 slot there. Still a great showing from Slug. GG's to both of our runners. And I think that will do it for tonight. We do not have any other races after this. So that was Sunday. Tomorrow we have 3 races. So we'll see if we get some restreams here. So stick around for those. But thank you everyone for hanging out at the Earthbound Super Series 2021 Swiss Week 4. Congrats to Xander. Tomorrow we have GG to Attack Slug and GG to Xander. So we'll I'm gonna turn it over to our restreamer now. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Oh, we're going to Desert. Okay. So we are going to raid Desert away. I assume she is grinding out some either Boogey or Glitchless. So more Earthbound to follow if you want to stick around. But thank you everyone for hanging. Ooh.